Dr. Rashid, Chairman Siwa, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I'm honored today to be given this opportunity to come to this event and to share my thoughts and my ideas. I've been working with Siwa for the last 2 years through the good offices of Dr. Tariq and also in partnership with Professor Harvey Winters. Before I start my talk, I'd like to share with you a little episode. If not for this event, I would not have met anyone from Ghana. And today I met Dr. Williams Afani. The reason is that 6 years ago, I got a very nice contract from Ghana where we supplied a containerized water treatment plant. And we delivered it in 6 containers that went inside the Antonov 222 Russian aircraft. And the cost of air freight to Ghana was more than the cost of the water treatment plant. And the reason this happened was because the government of Ghana fined a famous South African gold mining company that was polluting Ghana. They were fined $1 million a day. So I'm grateful for our country for imposing tough laws on a rich company, and I got a business. Thank you very much. Okay, let me come back to this presentation today. I want to share with you a few ideas. Many of you who have desalination plants will know that the next stage, the easiest way to expand a desalination plant is basically to have a brine recovery unit or process that takes the brine from the desal plant and squeeze out more water. Of course, the advantages is there. You do not need to have new intakes, brine discharge channels, or additional pipes to bring water to the town. Everything is there. You just need to have one more stage of RO, the correct equipment, and there you are, you have more water. Now, I'm lucky that in that 6 months ago, I was having a joint study with Dow, and Dow and we were looking at zero liquid discharge technologies, how we apply to wastewater to squeeze out all the water and to recover as much salt as is possible. Now, as you can see here, when you take industrial effluent, let's say effluent from a textile mill, you put it through the various pre-treatment stages, and finally you bring the water to a brackish water unit, and then you squeeze out the water, and the brine then becomes something like salt water. And from this, you can squeeze out and you get something like 7% salinity in this brine. Of course, Dow has got membranes which allow you to squeeze out as much water as possible, and you can squeeze out to say something like 10 to 20%. And from here, you then evaporate the water to squeeze everything out, and then you get the salts out. Now, what is interesting, which I want to share with you, is that there's a new technology called eutectic freezing. It takes less energy to freeze out water than to boil water. And this is something which is new, but it has not been tested yet. So if you have eutectic freezing, you should be able to, say, recover 75% of the water in the form of ice. And then you have only a smaller amount of brine to be evaporated away. So this is something new which should be coming to the industry in the next few years, but it's not yet fully commercialized. The technology which allows you to take ice crystals from brine is a specialized chiller. Now I switch the topic a little bit. You can use this chiller to also regas liquid LNG if you have. If you have LNG in a utility and you have to regas liquid LNG, you're basically taking seawater to heat up the liquid LNG into gas. Now, approximately, if you have a 100 megawatt power plant, you can make 15 meter cube per hour of water from ice crystals. You see here, you can use liquid LNG through this chiller heat exchanger and extract ice crystals, and then you can get out the LNG gas.